Systemic thinking, the way to superconsciousness. And from component oriented to holistic mind, we can uh, follow this structure from myself, my group, my idea group, and my family. As you see, this structure is approaching to the holistic mind from component oriented mind on the axis that you see. After my family, my society is more holistic than the family, my family. Okay, my society is approaching to the holistic more than my family state. And after my society, you can consider the country, the everything inside the country, for example, environment, society, health, and everything, and every relationship between components. And after that, you can consider the total Earth. Okay, total Earth is very important for me, and this is more holistic than the every individual considered its society. My Earth is more holistic. And after Earth, after Earth, you can see the universe. Okay, this situation uh, is the structure of approaching to the holistic mind. You can see and follow this situation in this plot. As you see in this structure or spectrum from component oriented mind on the left to the holistic mind on the right, you are evoluted. Mainly, I can say the mind is evoluted to the holistic mind, holistic situation. And after that, the mind uh, will be figurate in the superconsciousness, and we can experience this structure. In this spectrum, sometimes some tronical system will be created according to the component oriented, because uh, this system cannot, for example, cannot eliminate their uh, constraints. These individuals in this system have desires, needs, requirements, so that they can remove their constraints for approaching to the holism. Okay, and the tyrannical systems will be created so that they oppress the all components, and they cannot place their selves instead of components, and they cannot manage the system with systemic thinking, because there are many constraints. There are many constraints according to the ego. This is egoism, and in structure of egoism, one person will be created to oppress the other people, to follow him or his or her desires, to manage the system. And this we cannot call this system. This is individually. This is tyranny individually, or tyranny system. So that in this structure, the component-oriented mind and ego is active, and this person is handled by his ego and the structure of component-oriented mind. You can consider many feasible regions in the mathematical modeling at your mind. The first region on the left up that you see, plus the second region plus the third region, the combination of these regions will lead to into two states. It is possible we obtain the smallest region so that we cannot obtain the suitable solution, and it is possible to decrease the optimum solution so that it is not better than the solution of every individual structures that we have previously. So other situation that we will envisage to this is infeasible solution, and if we envisage to infeasible solution or infeasible region, we would better to remove the infeasible constraints and giving up the mind from the structure of component oriented. If we eliminate the boundaries of mental models and the constraints of models, we can obtain the better model, the better region, the feasible region, and the best solution, and this solution will be better than the previous solutions that we decided in the component oriented mind. What a systemic approach, the spirit of optimal management can be expanded in the set of components. How? Put yourself in the place of each component in the moment, and with a holistic view, think about upgrading and improving the rules of the system. By putting yourself in the place of each component in a moment, you can think about upgrading the rules, improving the rules, and how the rules be promoted. The regulations will be promoted and the boundaries will be eliminated, and the component oriented will be converted to the holistic mind. Simply, as you see in the figure, there are three feasible regions that you add the first to the second to the third, and the output will be the bigger region without the boundaries. For example, similar to this figure that you see, remove and modify some constraints gradually. You can eliminate some infeasible constraints step by step, and you can improve yourself, your mind, I mean, and upgrade your mind, the rules, the boundaries, the eliminating infeasible boundaries and constraints, and you can promote your mind from component oriented to the holistic mind. Infinity.